Well, you're going up against a Vanderbilt team this week. Really tough on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and kind of a tough game against Florida for you guys on the O line. Like, how do you guys look at that film and like say, okay, here's what we need to do differently against a tough Vanderbilt team?
Yeah, I mean, Vanderbilt's a good team. They've had some big wins this year, and every game that they played, they've been in for the majority of the game. So, really at the end of the day, it's us sticking to our process, sticking to what we're coached. At the end of the day, like I said over there, you're not going to win every rep. But at the end of the day, you got to fight every rep. So, whenever you go out there and make a mistake, it's always really, most of them are self-inflicted wounds that, you do to kind of put yourself, whether it might be hand placement or something of that nature. So it's something that you just got to attack during the week in your preparation to prepare for another quality opponent.
Being a veteran leader on this team, nobody likes to lose on a 3-game skid. How has the morale been, kind of knowing you still have 2 games left and an opportunity to win them both here at home and finish the season on a good note?
Yeah, I mean, nobody in this building wants to lose. Everybody in here wants to win more than anybody else in the entire country. So at the end of the day, this isn't what we come here for. This isn't what we work so hard for. But at the end of the day, hard work is the standard. This is what we do. And we have a great opportunity this weekend, like I said earlier, against a quality opponent to, get a stain off of us that's been on us for about 5 weeks. And at the end of the day, it's up to us as the players to go out there and get the job done.
Injuries happen, you know that. Just as an offensive lineman, how much does it mess you guys up as a group of 5 when a guy like Garrett goes down with an injury mid-season like that?
Obviously, I've been here for 3 years. I've played with Garrett ever since the day I stepped foot on campus. That's been the guy that I played next to. And, you build, it's a bond, but it's in a different way of, you're working together. Like, it just is. Like, whenever you take reps next to somebody, it becomes muscle memory. So really, whenever somebody goes down, we recruit players here for a reason. We have good players that are, 2s and 3s in there, and it's their job to be ready to go. Coach Davis coaches the number 1 guy in the room to the bottom of the totem pole. He coaches everybody the exact same, the exact intensity, the exact same looks, all of that. So at the end of the day, you have to be prepared mentally for the challenge, and we have guys like that. And like I was saying earlier, you're not going to win every fight. I mean, whenever you're starting in the SEC against a good Florida team and it's your second start, first reps coming off of surgery, it's not going to be all roses and Skittles. Like, it's going to have some bumps and bruises to it. So at the end of the day, you have to attack preparation, but we all have a bond in that room. So, everybody trusts each other. We all know, everybody knows what to do. Everybody's on the same page. But it's our job to go out there and make it happen.
Yeah, going into that Florida game, you guys only allowed 6 sacks and then obviously 7. Would you say the inexperience was, the major Achilles heel in that game?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'd say self-inflicted wounds really kind of just put us there from a, collective as an offense. I mean, we didn't really do anything that night to help ourselves. And, we had 13 negative plays as an offense. You don't deserve to win an SEC game with that type of performance, and that's really the bottom line. You can't go into a hostile environment against a good team, and people get lost in these records of Florida's this season and last season they were this. Man, that's a good football team. They got good players. They got good coaches. Their players can play here. Our players can play there. I mean, so it doesn't matter who you're playing in this league. This is the NFL of college football. These dudes will play on Sundays just how dudes here will. So you have to go out there every week, no matter who it is, and be prepared and, have that drive to go win. And whenever you have self-inflicted wounds on the road in a hostile environment against a good team, you don't deserve to win the football game, and that's what we did.
We'll kind of stick with the injuries along the offensive line. Like, you and Emory as well were kind of thrown in there in the fire as a freshman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were required to play right away. You got young guys in there now. Chester's in his first year. You got Paul next to you, and then Miles Frazier goes down. So you got 3 young guys right in the middle, but Emory on one side, you on the other, the veterans. How have you guys kind of helped pick those guys up as far as, like, in-game action?
Because we've been in their shoes. everybody, sees me play or whatever and all of that. But if you ever got the time, go back and watch my first play of college football. I got my face ran through, punished, and that's just what it is. I mean, to be thrown in the fire like this against good teams, these dudes are trying to get paid, and all they got to do is get to the quarterback. One thing we live by in the O-line room, a D lineman get 1 sack a game, and that's the only thing he can do. 12 games, he'll be a top 5 pick. You give up 1 sack a game for 12 games, you're going to work at Amazon. Nothing wrong with that, but whenever we're here, this is what we're striving for. Like, I mean, everybody in this building wants to play on Sundays, so that's how it is. But it's only going to make them better. They're growing each week. You can see it. They're learning, not just, physically what it takes, but mentally. The game has slowed down so much for DJ, and Paul is, and it's starting, you can see it is starting to slow down for him, because whenever you're playing these good SEC teams, eventually you'll start to get the rhythm of it. And I think that's just he's going to be a great player. He's tough as nails. He fights. He's going to scratch and claw, and that's the thing. That's all you can ask for at the end of the day. Whenever you get knocked down, just get up, and that's what he does. And he's a hard worker, and I couldn't be more proud of him, because he's came so far since he's been here, and he's only going to keep growing.
Has it been hard for you guys and the team to kind of throw all the background noise, in the past, national media on you guys, on the 3-game losing skid, fans coming at you guys? It's been kind of hard to block out?
At the end of the day, and no disrespect, but none of that really matters. Like, nobody really pays attention. I know I don't, because at the end of the day, no matter what anybody says, that ain't going to save nobody from getting the job done on Saturdays. People can say what they want about us at Florida, but, people are still mad about the Florida game. We're trying to get ready for Vanderbilt. So at the end of the day, it's just noise. And if, being in, a program like this where the standard is championships, whenever you don't perform, it's what you expect. It's part of it. And we know that. The coaches know that. And just how y'all know that. It is what it is. But it's something that you can't let it affect you. You got to go out there and just prepare and be ready to go the next week.
Any more for Will, guys? We didn't ask any of the prior guys this. What do you think about these uniforms you guys are rocking on Saturday?
Yeah, they're cool, because I didn't really even know we had a yellow jersey. I think the last time I saw that was that mustard one they wore when Leonard Fournette was here. But at the end of the day, it's just a jersey. We don't really buy into all of that. But at the end of the day, it looks good, I think. But
Anybody else? All right, thanks. Well, last one.
Well, you're a great vocal leader. After the Florida loss, what did you tell the team, when everyone was down?
yeah, at the end of the day, it's our job to go handle everything on the field. Nobody's out there with us. Nobody's opinions, like y'all were saying. Nobody's opinions of what we are, what we should do, who should be fired, who should do this and that and the third. At the end of the day, we got to go out there and do it. And we're put in the right positions. And like I said, we have to go out there and execute and handle everything that's thrown our way. And that's what we're expected to do, and that's what we expect ourselves to do. And that's something that we're working to this week. We're doubling down on our process, tightening the screws even more than we were. And now we just got to go out there and play our style of football for 4 quarters. Something that not a lot of people know, not a lot of people pay attention to, but 3 out of the 4 losses that we've had, we've led going into the 4th quarter. And, people that don't really pay attention, the Twitter coaches, they don't know that, but we do. And now it's about us finishing football games. And whenever, it's the final stretch, you tightening that bolt even tighter and going in and finishing what we had been doing all game. And it's up to us to do it. Nobody else can do it. It's not the coaches putting us in this, certain thing. They put us in the best position to win. They want to win just as bad as we do. So at the end of the day, we just got to go do it.